Disclaimer: this is a work of fiction created for entertainment purpose only, not affiliated with BTS or Wicked Entertainment. Characters and storylines are fictional and for entertainment purpose only. If you are homophobic, then please just leave Tiger's Bunny. Promote respect and kindness. The morning sunlight gently slips through the curtains, making the room glow softly. Jungkook stretched under the warm blanket, his messy hair falling over his eyes. He blinked lazily and turned to the side, only to find Taehyung already awake, laying on his side, staring at him. Jungkook's sleepy voice. Taehyung, why are you staring at me like that? Taehyung smiling softly, eyes focused on Jungkook's lips. Because you look too cute when you sleep, and those lips, they are driving me crazy. Jungkook, covering his mouth shyly, stopped staring. It's pure early in the morning. Taehyung moving closer, whispering near his ear. Weird for a husband to admire his baby's lips, never Jungkook, blushing. Taehyung chuckled and pinned Jungkook lightly on the bed, hovering above him. His thumb gently traced the curve of Jungkook's lower lips. The younger shivered at the soft touch. Taehyung, in low, obsessed tone. Do you know how soft these are? I can't stop thinking about kissing them all day. Jungkook pouting. You already kissed me before sleeping. Jungkook tried to push Taehyung away, but he ended up being pulled into a warm, slow kiss. Taehyung kissed him like it was the only thing that mattered, deepening it gradually, making Jungkook stroke her under the blankets. Jungkook gasping when they break apart. You are unbelievable, Taehyung grinning, kissing the corner of his lips again. No, I am just obsessed with you. Jungkook rolled his eyes but couldn't hide the smile, tugging at his lips. Later that day, Jungkook was sitting on the couch in a loose t-shirt, scrolling through his phone. Taehyung came back from his quick shower, wearing a white shirt with the toe buttons open. Hair still damp, he walked straight towards Jungkook like a magnet. Taeyong leaning down, eyes glued to Jungkook's mouth. You know, even when you are quiet, your lips talk to me. Jungkook confused. What? Taeyong dramatic. They are screaming. Kiss me, Taeyong. Jungkook hitting his arm playfully. Stop it, Young. Taeyong sat beside him, gently cupping his cheeks, pressing a soft peck on his lips. Jungkook's cheeks flushed, but he didn't stop him. Taeyong, she is time. I love kissing you morning, no, night. I don't care where we are. Jungkook looking down shyly. You say things so easily. Taeyong tilting his chin up because I mean every word. You have no idea what your lips do to me. That evening they went to meet some friends at a small dinner. Jungkook looked up, handsome in a black shirt, his lips tinted pink from the lip balm he applied. Taeyong couldn't take his eyes off for even a second. Friend one teasing. Taeyong, stop staring at your husband, he's gonna melt. Taeyong's making eyes still on Jungkook. Let him, he's mine. Jungkook blushing and whispering, young people are watching. Taeyong leaning closer and whisper against his ear, making Jungkook shiver. Taeyong low, possessive tone, let them watch. On the way back, Jungkook leaned against the car seat, tired but happy. Taeyong was driving, one hand on the steering wheel and the other holding Jungkook's hand. Jungkook, sleepy tone, today was nice. Taeyong glancing at him lovingly. Yeah, but the best part is still waiting. Jungkook confused. Why? Taeyong stopped the car in front of their house, leaned in and kissed Jungkook deeply right there. Jungkook's eyes widened, then fluttered shut as Taeyong's lips moved against his own slow passion. Jungkook breathless. You really can't stop, can you? Taeyong grinning her arm against his lips. Never. I am addicted. That night, as they lay in the bed again, Jungkook rested his head on Taeyong's chest while Taeyong absent-mindedly played with his hair. Jungkook softly, young, why do you love kissing me so much? Taeyong kissing his forehead, because every kiss makes me feel like you are truly mine. And when I see your lips, I remember that I get to love you like no one ever else can. Jungkook's heart skipped a beat, the sincerity in his voice. Jungkook whispering, hugging him tightly. I love you, Young. Taeyong tightening his arm. I love you too. Jungkook laughing softly, obsessive much. Taeyong pressing a kiss on his lips again proudly. The room filled with soft giggles and gentle kisses, a sign of a love that was both warm and slightly obsessive, just like Taeyong's love for Jungkook's lips. The next morning was peaceful. Jungkook stood in front of the mirror, getting ready to go out with his friends for lunch. He carefully applied a light pink lip tint, making him already soft. Lips look glossy and kissable. Jungkook mumbling to himself while applying. They're perfect. Just then, Taeyong came out of the bathroom, towel around his neck, hair damp. Wearing a sleeveless shirt, he stopped mid-step when his eyes landed on Jungkook's lips. Taeyong, narrowing his eyes, walking closer. What is that? Jungkook innocently. Lip tint. Taeyong dramatic gasp. Lip tint for what? Who are you trying to look that kissable for? Jungkook rolling his eyes. For myself. I like it. I'm going out with my friends. Young, not on a date. Theo, pouting, twisting arms. I don't like it. Jungkook raising and bro. You don't like what? Theo, pointing at his lips. That you look too tempting. I don't want anyone else looking at your lips the way I do. Jungkook laughing softly. You are so dramatic. Theo stepped closer, his face just inches away from Jungkook's. He stared at the glossy lips like a predator staring at his favorite treat. Theo, low voice. Wipe it off. Jungkook challenging. Make me. The corner of Theon's lips curved into a mischievous smirk. Without warning, he grabbed Jungkook's waist and leaned in, kissing him deeply. Jungkook squealed in surprise, his hand pushing weakly at Theon's chest. Theon kissed him hard, lightly on the lower lips, tasting the sweet tint until it faded. Jungkook gasping between the kiss. Theon, stop! I will be late. Theon whispering against his lips. Not until it's all gone. When Theon finally pulled back, Jungkook's lips were slightly swollen and shiny from his kisses, but the tint was completely gone. Theon satisfied his grin. There, much better. Jungkook blushing, hitting his arm. You are unbelievable. Now I have to fix it again. Theon grabbing the lip tint before Jungkook could. No, this stays with me. Jungkook gasping. Theon, give it back. Theon held the tint up high, but Jungkook tried to jump to reach it. Their playful fire filling the room with laughter. Theon suddenly catch Jungkook's wrist and pulling him against his chest. Theon, in a teasing tone, baby, no one gets to see your kissable lips like that except me. Jungkook softly as looking down. You are jealous. Taeyong leaning closer, very. Later, Jungkook finally went out with his friends without Lipton. Taeyong stayed at home, pretending to be busy with work, but his mind kept wandering. Taeyong pacing the living room. What if someone stares at him too much? What if someone offers him a drink and stares at his lips? What if Jungkook picking up? He grabbed the phone and called Jungkook immediately. Taeyong, what's wrong? Taeyong, serious. Where are you? Who are you with? Jungkook teasing, why are you jealous again? Taeyong pouting even though through the phone. Maybe Jungkook giggled on the other side. His soft voice melting Taeyong instantly. Jungkook sweetly, don't be jealous. No one's looking at me like that. Taeyong grumbling. They better not. When Jungkook came back home later that afternoon, Taeyong was sitting on the couch, arms crossed, pretending to be mad. Jungkook placed the shopping bags down and walked closer. Jungkook sitting beside him. Are you sulking? Taeyong avoiding eye contact. No. Jungkook leaning closer, whispering, liar. Taeyong finally looked at him. His eyes went straight to Jungkook's lips again. They looked naturally soft now, but it still made his heart race. Taeyong softly, I missed you and your lips. Jungkook smiling shyly. I was only gone for a few hours. Taeyong pulling him closer. Too long. Jungkook let out a soft giggle before Taeyong pulled him into a warm, slow kiss. The kiss wasn't about wiping anything off or teasing. Jungkook between soft breaths. You really have a problem, Young. Taeyong smiling against his lips. Yeah, and the problem is you are too kissable. Jungkook hitting his chest slightly. Stop saying cheesy things. Taeyong hugging him tightly. Never. They stayed like that for a while, cuddled on the couch, kissing between soft laughs. Taeyong's jealousy melting into affection. That night, as they were getting ready to sleep, Jungkook applied his favorite lip balm. Taeyong lying beside him watched every move. Taeyong sleepy but still staring. I swear, every time you touch your lips, I fall a little more obsessed. Jungkook blushing, hiding under the blanket. Good night, Young. Taeyong pulling the blanket down, kissing his lips softly. Good night, baby lips. Jungkook laughing softly. You are ridiculous. Taeyong whispering in his ear and hopelessly addicted to you. Jungkook buried his face in Taeyong's chest, laughing and feeling his heart flutter at the same time. The weekend arrived. Taeyong had planned a cute date for Jungkook. They decided to go to a newly opened amusement park. Jungkook wore a loose white shirt tucked into his jeans, his fluffy hairs, lips naturally pink. Taeyong couldn't stop staring at the moment Jungkook walked out of the room. Taeyong leaning against the door frame, eyes fixed on Jungkook's lips. You are doing this on purpose. Jungkook confused, doing what? Taeyong dramatic, existing with those lips in front of me. Jungkook rolling his eyes. Taeyong, we are going out. Behave. Taeyong raising, walking closer. No promises. They arrived at the park hand in hand, fans and random people occasionally recognized Taeyong, but he didn't care. His attention was fully on Jungkook. They tried different rides, laughed together, and took cute selfies. Every time Jungkook laughed, Taeyong's eyes automatically went to his lips, glossy from the soda they would cheer. As they waited in the line for the Ferris wheel, Taeyong couldn't help himself and leaned down, whispering near Jungkook's ear. Taeyong low teasing. Your lips are too distracting. Jungkook blushing, whispering back, stop it. There are people here. Taeyong ignoring, I don't care. Before Jungkook could react, Taeyong pressed a soft kiss on the corner of his lips. Jungkook's eyes widened, quickly looking around. Jungkook panicking soft. Young people saw that. Taehyung shrugging, let them, they should know I'm obsessed with my husband's lips. Jungkook covering his face with his hands, you are impossible. When their turn come, they entered the Ferris wheel cabin. As it started moving, Jungkook sat by the window enjoying the view. Taehyung hovered sat beside him, like a predator about to pounce. Taehyung staring again, you are making it hard to behave. Jungkook giggling, then try. Taehyung leaning closer, or I can do this. He cupped Jungkook's jaw gently and kissed him, this time deeply. The cabin moving slowly, and the world outside disappeared. Jungkook gasped softly against his lips, but didn't push him away. Taehyung softly against his ear. Good, because I am never stopping. The rain played like a lullaby as Taehyung pressed one last kiss on Jungkook's lips before they both drifted off to sleep, warm, loved, and tangled in a night full of kisses. The next day, Jungkook received a sudden call from a friend who worked in the fashion studio. Friend. Over the phone, Jungkook, one of our models fell sick and we have a last minute shoot. You would be perfect. Can you come? Jungkook hesitated. Me, I have never done a real shoot before. His friend. Encouraging. Encouraging. You will be fine. It's just a small campaign. Plus, Taehyung can come too. Jungkook glancing at Taehyung, who was sipping his coffee at the dining table. Jungkook covering the phone, whispering, Young, they want me to do a photo shoot. A photo shoot, Taehyung raising and brow. Photo shoot, Jungkook nodding excitedly. Just for fun, can I? Taehyung looked at his bunny sparkling eyes and sighed softly. Taehyung smiling, of course, baby, I will come with you. At the studio was bright, busy with a full of people adjusting lights and props. Jungkook wore a white shirt tucked in, slightly unbuttoned at the top, his lips naturally pink. He looked fresh, radiant, and completely breathtaking. And Taehyung noticed, everyone else noticed too. Photographer whistling. Wow, Jungkook, you have such a perfect face for the camera. The next day, Jungkook received a sudden call from a friend who worked in the fashion studio. Friend. Over the phone, Jungkook, one of our models fell sick and we have a last minute shoot. You would be perfect. Can you come? Jungkook hesitated. Me, I have never done a real shoot before. His friend. Encouraging. Encouraging. You will be fine. It's just a small campaign. Plus, Taehyung can come too. Jungkook glancing at Taehyung, who was sipping his coffee at the dining table. Jungkook covering the phone, whispering, Young, they want me to do a photo shoot. A photo shoot, Taehyung raising and brow. Photo shoot, Jungkook nodding excitedly. Just for fun, can I? Taehyung looked at his bunny sparkling eyes and sighed softly. Taehyung smiling, of course, baby, I will come with you. At the studio was bright, busy with a full of people adjusting lights and props. Jungkook wore a white shirt tucked in, slightly unbuttoned at the top, his lips naturally pink. He looked fresh, radiant, and completely breathtaking. And Taehyung noticed, everyone else noticed too. Photographer whistling. Wow, Jungkook, you have such a perfect face for the camera. The next day, Jungkook received a sudden call from a friend who worked in the fashion studio. Friend. Over the phone, Jungkook, one of our models fell sick and we have a last minute shoot. You would be perfect. Can you come? Jungkook hesitated. Me, I have never done a real shoot before. His friend. Encouraging. Encouraging. You will be fine. It's just a small campaign. Plus, Taehyung can come too. Jungkook glancing at Taehyung, who was sipping his coffee at the dining table. Jungkook covering the phone, whispering, Young, they want me to do a photo shoot. A photo shoot, Taehyung raising and brow. Photo shoot, Jungkook nodding excitedly. Just for fun, can I? Taehyung looked at his bunny sparkling eyes and sighed softly. Taehyung smiling, of course, baby, I will come with you. At the studio was bright, busy with a full of people adjusting lights and props. Jungkook wore a white shirt tucked in, slightly unbuttoned at the top, his lips naturally pink. He looked fresh, radiant, and completely breathtaking. And Taehyung noticed, everyone else noticed too. Photographer whistling. Wow, Jungkook, you have such a perfect face for the camera. The next day, Jungkook received a sudden call from a friend who worked in the fashion studio. Friend. Over the phone, Jungkook, one of our models fell sick and we have a last minute shoot. You would be perfect. Can you come? Jungkook hesitated. Me, I have never done a real shoot before. His friend. Encouraging. Encouraging. You will be fine. It's just a small campaign. Plus, Taehyung can come too. Jungkook glancing at Taehyung, who was sipping his coffee at the dining table. Jungkook covering the phone, whispering, Young, they want me to do a photo shoot. A photo shoot, Taehyung raising and brow. Photo shoot, Jungkook nodding excitedly. Just for fun, can I? Taehyung looked at his bunny sparkling eyes and sighed softly. Taehyung smiling, of course, baby, I will come with you. At the studio was bright, busy with a full of people adjusting lights and props. Jungkook wore a white shirt tucked in, slightly unbuttoned at the top, his lips naturally pink. He looked fresh, radiant, and completely breathtaking. And Taehyung noticed, everyone else noticed too. Photographer whistling. Wow, Jungkook, you have such a perfect face for the camera. Jungkook softly, we are so cheesy sometime, young Taehyung grinning, and you love it. Jungkook couldn't help but laugh. The night breeze played with his hairs as Taehyung slowly leaned closer. Taehyung whispering, can I kiss you? Jungkook pretending to think. Taehyung didn't waste another second. He cupped Jungkook's face and kissed him deeply. It wasn't hurried or possessive this time. It was slow, warm, and full of love. Their lips moved softly against each other as if saying everything their hearts already knew. When they already put back, Jungkook's eyes were shining. Jungkook whispering, that was nice. Taehyung brushed his thumb over Jungkook's lower lip, smiling softly. Jungkook, you can't resist me either. Taehyung playfully smacked his chest, but then leaned against his shoulder, signing softly. Jungkook, I love you long, even you're obsessed with my lips. Taehyung wrapped his arm around Jungkook, kissing the top of his head. Taehyung softly, I love you too, and yes, I am obsessed, but only because they belong to me. They sat like that for a long time under the stars, lightning to the rivers, just holding each other, no flashing cameras, no jealous glares, just the two of them and their quiet love. Taehyung tilted Jungkook's chin up once more, Taehyung whispering just one more kiss. Jungkook didn't hesitate this time, Jungkook smiling always. And under the night sky, their lips met again, sealing their love story not with grand gestures but with the simple obsession that started it all. At the end.